evolution, creation, or how would you treat a truth that misleads you? For example, it is generally accepted that man became the ruler of the planet thanks to his mind. However, this is only part of the truth, which is not the whole truth, which is not quite the truth, and thus is no longer the truth, because it similarly leads you to illusions. Just imagine, what if, for example, instead of our fingers, we had hooves? My telephone rang. Hello? Who's speaking? The elephant. Oh, where do you happen to be? Jungletown, Camel Street, 3. Even children know where the elephant called from, but the question remains, how the elephant dialed the phone. Well, telephone, what is it like to have hooves? Shall we try? Fist your hands and go. First into the shower, to wash, with a washcloth, with soap, just as you always do, with hands still fisted. Then get dressed. That will be our homework. That is, get up in the morning, hands fisted, and then dress. Let's imagine we were successful. Then to the kitchen. For argument's sake, it will be helpful if you are truly hungry. So, you are in the kitchen. Your stomach is rumbling, hands in fists, and one would be amazed at how a wife could make it with hooves. Aren't they great? But let's not digress. We are talking about you, meaning if you had hooves, how would you? Well, of course, you can slurp from the pan, provided you have one, but where would you get it from? Just try making a pot with hooves. And what about this? What will you put in the pan? Meat? Then you need a spear, not only to make, but to throw as well. With hooves. A spear. Take a stone and drop it. Or make a knife out of it, or a sledgehammer, and then use them. The point is, if you want some meat, enjoy dead flesh or roadkill, not keen on that idea? Then go and find some grass. You can't plant anything yourself, can you? Even if you had a shovel, wouldn't you trample the field with your hooves when ploughing it? And where will you get a shovel? They don't grow on trees, there is no IKEA and no way you could make it. Here we are, with a brain, but no fingers. Neither to cultivate the land, nor to grow crops, nor to keep cattle. What a life. Even if some cattle suddenly appeared and started grazing on their own, how would you protect them from predators? And then what would be the difference between you and them? We all know the conventional answer. Yet, whether we have a mind or not, without fingers, forget about rockets, planes, ships, or vehicles. Forget about everything that was ever created by humankind. No gadgets, no clothes, no house, with everything in it, including a water supply, or even good old wells with buckets. Something to drink? You have puddles, but no sister will ever hold you back.
Братец, не пей, козленочком станешь.
It means living only where it is warm all year round. But the puddles do not dry out. You are no longer a hunter, but the most basic prey. Here you have it, woe from wit. He had a powerful mind, but he couldn't determine his fate. Instead of dominating animals, he would depend on them. Without fingers, the hunter becomes the hunted. And if you're lucky, you might live. To get meat, you need to be there, where right now, someone is dying. And by the way, you would only eat it raw, since you could no longer control the fire. Neither your intelligence nor your brightest thoughts would help anymore. You cannot fulfill them, nor even write them down. No creativity. No art. You can dream, plan, but then break. That's what it means being smart without fingers. Sapience, but not homo. And it's a catch-22 forever. As it turns out, if the man had only mind and no fingers, he'd just be another animal. What a coincidence. And it's not the only one. Try to look at familiar things with a fresh mind. Won't you discover something new? We think all the interesting things are ahead. But what if we had already missed the fun part? Perhaps the question has been bothering you for a while. How would the new organs appear? Indeed, first nothing, then stumps, then hooves, then fingers, symmetrically. Of course, all of us have heard about mutations and about natural selection, and we have heard it many, many times. But how can we imagine all of this? I dare say it's not that hard. Would you like to find yourself at the scene and see everything? It won't take much. Just get into the shoes of an alien who for the first time appeared on planet Earth. See things through his eyes. Ask the questions he'd ask. That's it. But it's not that easy. There are two conditions. First, you need to enter the role deeply, and that's where I am ready to help. The second is to be honest with yourself, otherwise you will be limited with your beliefs. We all know answers, and it's not us who should ask the questions, but the alien in us who hasn't been here before and who knows nothing. And it's not that easy. But it's extremely important to enter that world from scratch. It is our own stereotypes that play the most evil jokes with us.
The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. Stephen Hawking.
It is our own stereotypes that play the most evil jokes with us. If you do not revise them, the Earth will remain flat. But what difference does it make, whether it is flat or sphere? Some might think, it does not prevent life. In a way, that's true when it comes to the Earth. But when it comes to you and me, are we flat or what? I don't care about the Earth. I care what we think of ourselves. Knowing about yourself only part of the truth, which is not the whole truth, which is not quite the truth, which is no longer the truth. It's very easy to get lost. Is that what you want? Until our next coincidence.